Here's why Sansa kept Jon Snow's secret from Daenerys. Welcome to the channel. Subscribe if you love House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, and deep dives into Westerosi lore. Let's begin. In the political chessboard of Game of Thrones, some moves are made with swords, others with whispers. But sometimes, the most dangerous weapon of all is the truth. Jon Snow's real identity as Aegon Targaryen, the true heir to the Iron Throne, wasn't just a plot twist. It was a secret that could change the fate of kingdoms. A secret Jon entrusted to his family. And yet, when it came to sharing this truth with Daenerys Targaryen, the woman Jon loved and served, Sansa Stark chose silence. Was it loyalty? Was it mistrust? Or was it a cold, calculated political move? Today, we break down the layered reasons: personal, political, and psychological. Why Sansa kept Jon's secret from Daenerys, and how that choice shaped the tragic endgame. The secret revealed. Jon telling Arya and Sansa in the Godswood, Bran watching silently. Let's start with the moment the secret was passed on. Jon Snow, ever the man of honor, felt that his sisters deserved to know the truth. In the Godswood of Winterfell, with the ancient weirwood trees watching, he entrusted them with it. Only, he couldn't say the words himself. He had Bran tell them. And in that instant, Jon made a choice that would set events in motion. He gave away his most explosive piece of information and put it in the hands of two very different women. Arya, the assassin who lives in the shadows, and Sansa, the political mind who had survived the game by understanding its darkest rules. Sansa's history with trust. To understand Sansa's decision, we have to revisit her past. Sansa Stark had once been the naive daughter of Winterfell, dreaming of fairy tale romance, believing in the honor of lords and the mercy of queens. That innocence was shattered in King's Landing. She saw her father executed. She became a pawn in Joffrey's sadistic court. She learned what Cersei Lannister already knew. In the Game of Thrones, trust is a weakness. Later, under Littlefinger's manipulation, Sansa learned another lesson. Information is currency. Whoever controls, it controls the board. So when Jon's true parentage landed in her lap, she didn't just see it as family news. She saw it for what it really was, the kind of information that could tilt the balance of power in Westeros. From the moment Daenerys Targaryen arrived in the north, her relationship with Sansa was complicated. Daenerys came as a conqueror, bringing armies and dragons. To her, the north was a territory to be won. To Sansa, the north was a homeland to be defended. Their very first conversations hinted at distrust. When Dany asked what she could do to earn Sansa's friendship, Sansa replied simply, "What about the north?" That wasn't small talk. That was a line in the sand. Sansa didn't hate Daenerys, but she didn't trust her either. And Sansa knew, if Jon's claim to the throne ever became public, Daenerys' position would be weakened, maybe even destroyed. Jon's blind spot. Jon Snow had many strengths: honor, bravery, loyalty. But those same qualities made him dangerously blind when it came to politics. Jon believed in oaths. He bent the knee to Daenerys because she helped him. He trusted her intentions because he saw her fighting the dead at Winterfell. But he overlooked the ambition burning beneath her cause. Sansa didn't overlook it. Sansa saw Daenerys as someone who wouldn't stop until she sat on the Iron Throne, even if it meant bending the North to her will. And in Sansa's eyes, that was unacceptable. The dangers of telling Daenerys. Daenerys confronting Varys. Jon insisting, "You are my queen." So why not tell Daenerys? Wouldn't honesty strengthen their alliance? In Sansa's mind, the opposite was true. Telling Daenerys could lead to 1. Daenerys perceiving Jon as a threat. Even if Jon swore he didn't want the throne, Daenerys would know others might rally to him. Her paranoia, already simmering, could boil over. 2. A split in their forces. Northern lords might abandon Daenerys and declare for Jon. That would fracture the fragile alliance they needed against Cersei. 3. Putting Jon in mortal danger. If Daenerys believed Jon's existence threatened her destiny, Sansa feared what she might do to remove that threat. In short, Sansa thought keeping the secret wasn't betrayal, it was protection. Here's where it gets interesting. Sansa wasn't just protecting Jon. She was protecting the North's independence. Think about it. If Daenerys married Jon, the North might still end up under Southern rule. But if Jon's claim came out and enough lords supported him, Jon could refuse the Iron Throne and still secure the North's sovereignty. Sansa was playing a long game, one where the North would never again be ruled from King's Landing. Sansa's choice to spread the secret. Sansa telling Tyrion, "I need to tell you something." And then came the pivotal moment. Sansa didn't just keep the secret from Daenerys. She chose to leak it to Tyrion Lannister. This wasn't a slip of the tongue. It was deliberate. Sansa knew Tyrion's mind. She knew he'd see the political value in Jon's claim. She also knew Tyrion would tell Varys. And Varys, well, Varys was the spider. Secrets were his weapon of choice. By telling Tyrion, Sansa was setting the wheels in motion. She was, in effect, planting the seed of doubt in Daenerys' camp, forcing them to face the question, should Jon, not Dany, be the ruler? The consequences. Sansa's decision had massive repercussions. Varys began plotting to put Jon on the throne. Daenerys' paranoia deepened, especially after learning Jon had told his sisters despite her pleas for secrecy. The trust between Jon and Daenerys fractured beyond repair. And in the end, this fracture played a part in Daenerys' descent into fear and fury, culminating in the burning of King's Landing. Sansa's justification. Did Sansa regret it? The show never gives us a moment where she apologizes or admits fault. And perhaps that's the point. From Sansa's perspective, her duty was to the North, not to Daenerys, not even to Jon's romantic hopes. And if keeping, or strategically sharing, the secret served the North, then it was the right choice. She wasn't playing the game for personal glory. She was playing to ensure her people would never again kneel to a Southern ruler. And in the final episode, that's exactly what happened. Sansa became queen in the North, an independent kingdom. Her gamble had paid off. On a thematic level, Sansa's choice represents one of Game of Thrones' central ideas. Knowledge is power, and power comes with hard choices. Jon represents idealism, truth for truth's sake. Sansa represents realism, truth as a tool. By withholding the truth from Daenerys, Sansa shows that in the world of Westeros, survival often depends on knowing when not to speak. It's worth asking, what if Sansa had told Daenerys herself? Could things have ended differently? Some fans argue that honesty might have brought them closer. Daenerys could have accepted Jon's loyalty as proof he wouldn't challenge her. But others believe it would have accelerated her paranoia, leading to conflict even sooner. In the cruel logic of Game of Thrones, both paths could have ended in fire and blood. In the end, Sansa Stark's choice not to tell Daenerys the truth. So what do you think? Was Sansa justified in keeping Jon's secret from Daenerys? Or was it a betrayal that cost too much? This is Game of Thrones, and every answer comes with a price.